The home run by Mike sticks out to me and everybody else, but there's a couple of things, and I got to see it replayed again this year, and it's one of those things that every time I watch parts of the game, I remember things that I didn't remember at that time. But I think a couple of things, specifically going to the ballpark, the most amount of security I've ever seen, just sort of this heightened trepidation and this wonder of, hey, are we back doing the right thing here? Then when the crowd got there, when they announced the start of the game and the first responders were on the field, we were wearing the hats. There was chills, there were tears from both teams. I remember that vividly. And then I remember Liza Minnelli doing, in the seventh inning stretch, doing New York, New York, and bringing the house to their feet in a way that only she could do. And I think those are the things that I still think about now and get chills outside of watching Mike's home run, which seemed almost destined to happen.
Yeah, almost too good to be true. Harp, you weren't there that night. You were around the team a lot beforehand in Pittsburgh. How much did that moment mean? How much did that sport mean during that time?
Yeah, it meant a lot, Doug. Just remembering those feelings of how scared everybody was at the time. The Mets resumed in Pittsburgh a week after that, the 9/11, and I drove out there. I wasn't flying, and I drove out there, covered the series. And just, you know, there was a feeling around the team at that they were playing, they'd been playing pretty well, thought they still had a shot, but it was just a weird feeling being around him. And Bobby V didn't take the charter with the team. He was doing all the 9/11 stuff in the parking lot, helping out with the supplies and everything. And he actually flew commercial. He said partly because he wanted to show people that they shouldn't be afraid, everything was back to normal. And I just remember seeing him in the office when he got there. He could barely keep his eyes open. He was so tired. He'd been working all night. But it was really, it was a weird feeling. And I went to Baltimore where the Yankees were that Friday for that game. And I remember hearing that Piazza hit that home run in the Yankee clubhouse that night. Even they were talking about it. It was just something that kind of really generated all kinds of feelings and emotions, and something that, you know, as Todd said, you just never forget.